Are you guys serious? Are you serious? Thank you so much, guys. Wow, there's something crazy going on. Let's see, I'm trying to get the chat room going here. Why ain't that going? You guys in the chat room? How come I can't see the chat room? That's crazy. Anyway, put a thumbs up, everybody. I can't see the live chat, and I don't know why. Let's see if maybe it'll just, there. Does that help? Where's my chat room? No. I don't know. I got something wrong here where I can't see my chat room. But anyway, God bless you guys. I'm going to put a quick shout out right now because we've had an earthquake. And now we've had another one. Let me just tell you what's going on. A 7.7 megaquake has hit the Loyalty Islands. Now that happened about 4 hours ago, but just now, in the last 5 minutes, another powerful 6.4 earthquake has hit the Loyalty Islands. Plus, in between that 7.7 and the 6.4 earthquakes at Loyalty Island just now, 6.4, and the U.S. Geological Survey has just identified it. In between is a ton of aftershocks. I'll tell you more about that in just a minute. Guys, noblegoldinvestment.com, www.noblegoldinvestment.com. They would like for you to consider taking that 401k you have and roll it into precious metals like a gold or silver IRA. And here you go. A beautiful, beautiful 5 ounces of pure silver. That is Neil Armstrong's footprint on the moon. An Apollo 11 commemorative 5 ounces of pure silver. It's worth over $400. They'll give it to you for free if you roll over your 401k or set up a gold IRA with noblegoldinvestment.com. That's www.noblegoldinvestment.com. Pick up the phone and call Colin Plume or one of his associates right now at 877-646-5347. That's 877-646-5347. Okay? And you'll be glad you did. Tell them Pastor Begley sent you there. Now, here's what's going on. Powerful mega earthquake of 7.7 just rocked Loyalty Island. That's just near Australia. It did send a tsunami crashing into New Zealand and crashing into Vanuatu. About 3-foot high wave smashed into both locations. Actually, the wave might have been 4 feet in some places in New Zealand. Good news is no tsunami is going to hit Guam or American Samoa or Hawaii or Japan. Those areas all safe. No tsunami going to hit them. But there was a tsunami that did crash into the. I'm so sorry. I can't see my chat room, and I don't know why I can't. But it did not crash into New Zealand. No, it did hit New Zealand. And it did hit Vanuatu. The tsunami did. And it was about 3 to 4 feet in height. But everything's going to be okay. That was on the 7.7 earthquake. But since then, a 6.4 just hit again. And even before the 7.7, guys, the Loyalty Island was already starting to shake and quake. So here's what happened. It all started with a 6.0 earthquake at the Loyalty Islands, followed by about 8 minutes later, a 5.7, and then 20 minutes later, a 6.2, and then 10 minutes later, a 6.1, and then 18 minutes later, a 7.7. It was 7.9. The U.S. Geological Survey downsized it to a 7.7, very shallow in the Loyalty Islands that sent a tsunami crashing into New Zealand and Vanuatu. The tsunami did not do massive damage. it was 3 to 4 feet in height. So that's one thing. Praise God for that. Now, after that happened, it was about another 37 minutes later, an aftershock of 5.2. And then it was 21 minutes later, aftershock 5.6. 12 minutes later, aftershock 5.0. 7 minutes later, aftershock 5.2. Okay. And then 12 minutes later, aftershock 5.1. 10 minutes later, notice the pattern here, aftershock 5.1. It's unbelievable. And then it's 36 minutes later, aftershock 6.1. 12 minutes later, aftershock 5.1. 5 minutes later, aftershock 5.1, all in Loyalty Island, so you can see what's happening. 1 minute later, a 5.2 hit Loyalty Islands. 7 minutes after that, a 5.0. And then 24 minutes later, a 5.2. 1 minute later, a 5.6. And then this was quite a pretty wild, actually. Then it was an hour and 11 minutes later. So we thought it was about over, the aftershock, 6.1. 24 minutes later, 5.0. 13 minutes after that, 5.1. And then 43 minutes later, 5.3. 14 minutes later, 4.9. And then 31 minutes later, 5.1. 4 minutes later, 5.3. 32 minutes later, 5.2. And 6 minutes later, 6.4. And that just hit. And now, as I'm giving you this lineup right now, another one, 5.6 aftershock, Loyalty Island. So a ton of earthquakes, very strong down in that part of the world. What does this all mean? 2 of them very strong, 7.7 megaquake and a 6.4 earthquake, really rocking things in the Loyalty Islands down near Australia and New Zealand, okay, with tsunamis crashing in to New Zealand and Vanuatu Islands. That means this thing's not over, okay? It's not over. And you start to wonder, what else will it jar loose? Will we see an earthquake in New Zealand? I would think maybe, or Australia, but certainly I would worry about New Zealand. And then you got to start thinking about Hawaii, or some places like that. So we're going to continue to watch it. We have a lot of shaking and quaking going on. A lot's happening. The Bible said this is going to happen. We knew the pressure that was building was eventually going to get to it. Let me just give you another information on this. The 7.7 earthquake that was out there in the South Pacific Ocean. Good news, no tsunami for Hawaii or Japan, but this Loyalty Islands, the specific tsunami warnings, widespread hazardous tsunami waves were possible after that 7.7 magnitude. And actually, they did hit 3 to 4 feet high. They did crash into New Zealand and into Vanuatu. Meanwhile, Australia is fine. And so that's some good news. Okay. So they're watching this now. They're monitoring this situation, a megaquake 7.7. Now, guys, tonight I'm going to be a guest on Getting Ready, the Getting Ready channel, which is, of course, Getting Ready. It's going to be amazing. They are going to have a guest on there who is incredible firsthand information, an encounter he had at his door. And it has to do what's been going on in Washington. You'll need to hear this. This guy is going to speak his mind. He's going to tell us what happened and why is he being harassed. Incredible situation. It's unbelievable. So just make sure you go to this YouTube channel tonight. Starts at 7 o'clock. I'll be co-hosting it with Pastor Melvin Whittington. That's Pastor Melvin Whittington. I'll be co-hosting the show Getting Ready, not on my YouTube channel. It's on their YouTube channel called Getting Ready. Okay, so you'll want to certainly be prepared for that. I do not know why the chat room is not open, and I have no clue why not. And maybe I'll figure it out later. It doesn't make sense. But anyway, I love all you guys. God bless all you guys. Keep looking up. I hear Sugar is snoring. Just keep looking up because your redemption is drawing nigh. We're truly, truly living in the last days. I'll be back with more in just a moment.